Sounds like we're getting connected to Coach
Hello.
Strong here.
Hello.
And we're joined by Coach Charlie Strong from USF. Again, the Bulls are 2-3 overall, 1-1 in the American Athletic Conference. USF was in action Saturday at UConn, and USF won the game 48-22. Up next, the Bulls will return to Raymond James Stadium on Saturday to host BYU. The game will be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time and televised on CBS Sports Network. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call today. If you would just give us your thoughts on the win up at UConn, and we expect to see as you're back at home Saturday to face BYU.
Well, they had a good win up at UConn, and our team played very well. And were able to generate some points finally on offense. We're able to just move the football. We talked about just playing physical, playing fast, and playing smart. And that's what we're able to do. You know, first time we got Cronkite ended up rushing for over 100 yards, and then Bryce Miller came through and made some really big catches for us. You know, Jordan played a really good game at the quarterback position. Defensively, we were able to get some tackle for losses and get some sacks, but just didn't come up with many turnovers. But we got to still improve. We still got to get better. There's just one game, and we got a big opponent coming in this week with BYU, having wins over Tennessee and USC. You know, they're a team that's physical. They're a team that's very athletic, and a team that's very aggressive. So we're going to have to be at our best. We're going to have to play well and play well at home. You know, anytime SMU came in here and they really embarrassed us, and then we had an embarrassing loss to Wisconsin. So it's good to be back home, but we're going to have to play good. We got a home crowd in front of us.
We'll take questions for Coach Charlie Strong, please. Star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue, and then the operator will introduce you.
Thank you. We'll take our first question from Jay Drew with the Deseret News. Please go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Out here in Utah, we know why BYU plays the schedule it does, but as an independent. But what are the benefits to your program to playing BYU? To having BYU on the schedule?
Right, they are a great program. Always has a great history. Plays very well. You look at how well they're playing this season. I know it hasn't gone as well as they like, but still, though, you have a win over Tennessee, you have a win over USC, and they are a program that we're good to have. We're happy to have them on our schedule. You know, really good Power 5 team, but they are a team that we know that very well coached, and they're going to come in here and be ready to play.
Well, obviously they'll be playing a quarterback making its first start. Is that the sort of thing where you have to go back to high school and look at his film, or kind of how do you prepare for this kid who's only played a couple snaps?
Well, it's tough to prepare for it because you look at Hall is coming in and is replacing an unbelievable. I hate to see anyone to get injured, and I know that I hope to wish him nothing but the best for a speedy recovery. But when you look at their offense, they had a week off, so it's not really, we don't know what we're going to really prepare for, because having a week off, you can do a lot with it, and especially with your quarterback position. But they're really good. They have some really good coaches, so they're tailored to where they can adjust with their offense, and it's not, you look at their receivers, they're still intact. You look at their offensive line, they're still intact. So it's not, I don't know how much changes there will be. They may have to take the offense and just make sure that they fit it to the player, and because they have an unbelievable system.
Then just final question. You mentioned the crowd and the importance of a crowd Saturday. What kind of, will BYU move the needle for USF fans? Is this the sort of opponent that will put people in the seats?
Oh, they put people in the seat because of who they are in the program. Anytime you have a national program coming into here and playing us, they're going to move the needle, and they're going to be able to put some people in the seats because they know that you have a good opponent. They look at who they have played, and they've played a really tough schedule, very demanding schedule, but they have some big wins too. And so the crowd will come out. It's homecoming weekend here also, so that helps. But when you have a really good opponent like BYU, it really helps.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll now take our next question from Nathan Bond with the Daily Stampede. Please go ahead.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Good, Nathan. How are you doing?
Doing well, thanks. So, after UConn scored their second touchdown, back-to-back scoring drive, their next 6 possessions, you guys held them to 11 yards. What was the major adjustment between those two scoring drives early in the game to those next 6 possessions that helped you guys pull away?
Well, it's just playing your gap and playing your assignment, doing your job. Even the first 2 drives, they went down the field and scored, and we had a tackle well. Look at the one drive where they scored. We missed a lot of tackles. So if guys just tackle well and play their position and do what they're coached to do, then there's going to be a lot of times that you can get stops, and you're going to make people have to drive the ball, and sometimes they're not going to be able to get the touchdowns on you.
Absolutely. And then, Coach, you finally got the running game going, 313 yards. Kronk had a great game. You guys didn't do it with the chunk plays. 28 yards was the longest carry. What was the biggest difference for you guys, prior to this game?
Well, just playing physical. And our offensive line did a really good job of putting a hat on people and moving the line of scrimmage. And if you can move people on the line of scrimmage and the offensive line play good, and you can get the run game going and get it established like we did, then you're gonna be able to really just manage and run your offense. And that's what we're able to do. We're able to run the ball, which opened up the throwing game for Jordan, and then he was able to make some big throws because the running game was going so well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Johnny Ford missed this game. It was held out. Do we anticipate seeing him versus BYU?
No, you will not see him versus BYU.
Okay, and then on the flip side of that, Bryce Miller comes in, has another great game. Is there a scholarship in his future?
For Bryce? Well, Bryce is
Yeah.
working hard, and he's a really good. I mean, that's what he showed last year. What Bryce is doing right now. Last year he was had to sit out, but he did the same thing. Him and McDoom, both of them. And that's it's not for us. We knew what we were going to get, and we just knew it was going to take some time for it to happen. And I'm so happy for him.
Absolutely good. And then finally, the fake field goal for a touchdown.
Well, we got the Nathan Bond story here. So what's that now? What's your last question?
Last question for me, Coach. Promise. Spencer Strader fake field goal for the touchdown. Walk us through your process. What was your conversation like with him and special teams, and kind of putting the final nail in the coffin of the game?
Well, what happened? They were been coming hard from the right side, and so we were just standing there, and Weiss came up to him and says, "Coach, they're really running hard off the edge, and you have that flip play that you like." And I said, "I know I do," and I said, "I've been thinking about that, and I don't know if we really want to do it right here." But it was, the time to do it, and not that you try to embarrass people while running fakes and all that, but if it's there and you haven't, and that's the first time we had not, we tried to run a fake punt, but that ball should have been punted because it was a rugby kick. So we just felt and the guy that really made that play happen was Mathis. Mathis was able to pin their linebacker, and then the thing about it is when Schrader take off, he can run. The thing he can do, he can really run. And he was able, once he got to the corner, we knew he was going to get the first down, didn't know he would score a touchdown.
All right, Coach. That's it for me this week.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Further questions?
Thank you.
Any final questions for Coach Strong, please? Star 1 on your telephone keypad, if so. Coach, appreciate you giving us a few minutes this afternoon, rather.
All right.
Look forward to talking to you once again next Monday.